UFOs may be machines of a hidden ancient Earth civilization, a U.S. Congressman claims. This is not the first time we hear something like this. It's also the fact that there are many underwater UFOs coming out in various locations of the Earth, whether it's the United States, Canada, Europe, or even China. For over 90 years, the UFO enigma has captivated people's minds worldwide. It sparks curiosity, debates, countless investigations into this phenomena, and the wait is over as David Grush, David Fravor, and Ryan Graves are set to testify before the U.S. Congress during the congressional meeting scheduled July 26, 2023. Meanwhile, various theories were postulated by United States Representative Mike Gallagher on the possible origins of UFOs while he appeared on Pat McAfee's show on June 27, 2023. The former Marine suggested that unidentified flying objects, UFOs, might possibly represent an enigmatic ancient civilization that had remained hidden on Earth until recently when they began to surface. He said this should be an opportunity for the government to be transparent. If we have information that disconfirms the extraterrestrial hypothesis or all these other ones, at least it shows the government doing something competent and being forward-leaning by declassifying information to the public. Gallagher made his statements in response to the wide interview of David Grush with Ross Coulthart that hit the media. Mr. Grush, who is confirmed to testify before Congress in the upcoming hearings, claimed that the U.S. government has proof of alien life and that there are spacecraft from another species. He mentions that there is a significant number of these spacecraft, some of which have landed while others have crashed as well. And when asked about the duration of the cover-up, Grush mentions that the first recovery of the UAP occurred in 1933 in Magenta, Italy, during the regime of Benito Mussolini. He explains that the Italian government moved the recovered craft to a secure airbase until 1944-45, when the Vatican informed the Americans about it. Appearing on the sports talk show, Gallagher suggested that one possible explanation of supposed UFO sightings was the so-called Terminator theory, derived from the film of the same name, that aliens were actually human beings from the future. Gallagher further put forth another theory, suggesting instead of us from the future, it might be an ancient civilization that has been lurking here, and suddenly it's making its presence known. Ancient aliens, does it ring a bell? He said. A similar theory also proposed by Tim Peake, one of Britain's famous astronauts. He said that the UFOs filmed by the U.S. military over 100 times could either time travel humans or aliens from other civilizations. During an interview with Good Morning Britain in June 2022, Britain astronaut Tim Peake, who spent more than 6 months on the International Space Station, was asked about UAP videos, which the Pentagon recently declassified. And Peake said, "I heard one theory where a pilot was talking about that potentially in the future they develop time travel. Is it something that's come back from the future?" Did he not exactly say what the UFOs are? He didn't say what they are, but shared some theories that have long been discussed by ufologists. He says, "I don't think it's the development of any state, nation, or non-state organization at all. I think it's quite remarkable when you see the video footage. It does seem extraordinary as to what these machines are capable of. There is a huge buried UFO hidden outside the United States, and Ross Coulthart claimed that he knows the location of this immovable craft. And I did upload a video a few days ago that it's in the mountainous regions of Seoul, South Korea. And they've built a hangar over it. Now, there is no confirmation from Coulthart about the nature of this craft if it was retrieved. However, some have speculated this could be an archaeological dig. Could this particular craft potentially be a remnant of a bygone civilization? Considering Representative Gallagher's theory, scientists have explored the possibility of detecting ancient civilizations in Earth's geological record. A recent paper called The Silurian Hypothesis, quote-unquote, discusses how traces of industrial civilizations could be found While fossils and artifacts are unlikely to survive over millions of years, anomalous changes in chemical composition could serve as clues, and by studying geological anomalies and applying models to other planets, scientists hope to understand if civilizations existed in the distant past. NASA spent many years seeking the truth regarding extraterrestrial life. Also, the space agency has never denied the existence of non-human life beyond Earth in any form. This is sufficient to discuss the idea of non-human life existing beyond Earth in any form, from the microscopic to the macroscopic. Professor Avi Loeb of Harvard University has supported the idea that there may have been earlier civilizations on both Earth and Mars, and that these civilizations may have been the origin of UFOs. Loeb writes, planets like Mars and Earth could have given multiple birth to technological civilizations that were a billion years apart and hence were not aware of each other. Like stable parents, the planets recovered from the environmental impact of these civilizations over time. We may have been separated in time from siblings that we never had the opportunity to meet, and so we are unaware of their existence, he said. And former Pentagon official Louis Elizondo shared intriguing insights in an interview about crash retrievals and materials about UFOs, UAPs. He believes the U.S. government possesses exotic materials but lacks transparency on the matter. Elizondo used an analogy of finding out of placed objects in King Tut's tomb to emphasize the significance of finding advanced materials before our known technology existed. Some interpreted this analogy as a hint that UFOs could be considered archaeological findings, possibly ancient rather than just old. I guess you could say they're probably referring to the Atlantean technology. Interestingly, Bob Lazar and Joe Rogan mentioned hearing that at least one recovered UFO was found during an archaeological dig, suggesting its ancient origin. Astronomer Professor Avi Loeb suggested that some advanced devices made by early inhabitants of Mars and Earth might still be operational elsewhere in the solar system, potentially accounting for some unidentified aerial phenomena reports. Physicist John E. Brandenburg's 2015 study speculated about a massive thermonuclear explosion that destroyed Mars, once an Earth-like atmosphere, considering the Sidonian hypothesis and Fermi's paradox. Now we know in Sidonia we have the face on Mars and the pyramids next to it, and Fermi paradox saying, where is everybody? Meaning extraterrestrials. These ideas explore the possibility of ancient advanced civilizations in our solar system. And this is on Hows and Whys by Vicky Verma. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. Please support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.